All right, everybody. Thanks for coming back. Today, I'm going to talk about my PSP collection. It's not the biggest collection in the world, but I do have some good games. But what's real gem here is the consoles. I haven't got that many yet. I've got a few, but I've got a couple of beauties. So I can't wait to show you that. And just sit back. We'll check those out. All right. First, we're going to just check out my UMDs, the videos, because I've only got two. And that is the first one is in a mock cover, a game cover, but it's actually, I didn't even know this. I bought it in the lot and I opened it just a little while ago just to go through all my games. And it was the game SWAT inside. And I got to say, I love that movie. Michelle Rodriguez is fantastic in her role. LL Cool J does a good job. Uh, Overall, a good movie. So yeah, if you haven't watched it, watch it. And the second, I'm just gonna put these down over here. Second movie I have is a fun little cartoon. I've seen it a couple of times, but I can't really remember too many details about it. But I remember I thought it was fun, and that is Robots. Uh, what the hell was it about? Ah, if you've seen it, you've seen it. If you haven't, I do recommend it. I remember I liked it. I just can't remember the details about it. So if my wife was here, she can remember any detail from any movie. She could tell you all about it. It's uncanny. But yeah, that was that. So those were the only two UMD videos I had, and I've got a few games here. Not the biggest collection, but I got a few. And the first one right here is Siphon Filter, Dark Mirror, and I haven't played this on the PSP. I really don't like shooters or first-person shooters on the PSP. Or PSP is my favorite console to play on. I like collecting for it, especially the consoles, because it has a lot of nice variants. But the games, I like the dual thumbstick. I don't like just the single thumbstick, but some games are fun. But first-person shooters, not so much. So yeah, I haven't played it, but I played Siphon Filter on, was it a PlayStation 2 or 1 or both? But yeah, and next one is Star Wars Battlefront 2. Now, I've only played the Battlefront series on was it PlayStation 4? I think it came out on, and it was fun enough. But when I started playing it, I've always been a PC gamer, and I just started playing consoles almost on the PS4. I always had the consoles. I had the PS1, PS2. I've had the N64, um, and a few others. First one was a Mega Drive or the Genesis. But I always preferred the PC because we were playing Counter Strike, having LAN parties with friends. So playing on consoles, especially with shooting games. But so when I was playing Star Wars Battlefront on the PS4, I couldn't hit anything for shit. You think I was a stormtrooper because I couldn't hit anything. But yeah, so I've tried it a bit. It's fun, but again, not too much to say about that. And of course, I've got the other game here as well, but everybody knows this franchise. It's probably the most beloved franchise almost there is. And we're really looking forward to number six. Um, I've heard that was delayed till 2026, which sucks, but still. And that is Grand Theft Auto Liberty Cities. No, Liberty Stories. Liberty City Stories. Sorry about that. Uh, anyways, oh, it's got the poster as well. Cool. Haven't played this on the PSP. I played, I played the console versions of Vice City, San Andreas, but I haven't played the PSP version. But that's at least another game. And this next one, I actually had to Google what the hell this was because when I got it, I probably just had a loose copy or at least no cover art. So I've printed the cover art, but apparently I've only found a German one, um, where it's got the German, Italian, and Dutch, I think. So I couldn't figure out what the hell this was. I had to Google it. Haven't tried it, haven't looked at it. Like I said, didn't even know what it was. The Wipeout series. Those have always been fun. This is Wipeout Pure. This has always been fun games to play on handhelds, especially. I think you can just pop it in, play 10 minutes, 20 minutes if you wanted, have a quick race, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. This is probably one of the games I did play on the PSP. I gotta adjust my mics a bit here. Sorry about that. Uh, so yeah, you're just lying in bed or sitting in the car waiting for something. Pop in 10 minutes, and you're good to go. Um, the Tony Hawk series. I've got here Tony Hawk Underground 2, the remix. Actually, I haven't played it, and that's pretty strange because I like all the Tony Hawk games. You just get on a skateboard, do tricks, have fun. Um, I gotta pop this in one day. It's got a most of my games are complete here. I try to go for complete, but I'm not a Nazi about it. If it's complete, it's complete. If it's not, I just don't like going for loose. Um, but yeah, I gotta try this one day because all the Tony Hawk games are fun. And this one, Medal of Honor Heroes 2. Again, I played Medal of Honor on my PC when I was younger. Haven't played it on the PSP since, again, I don't like first-person shooters. Uh, there's one thing with the PSP where you only have the one joystick, but I don't really care for it, even with the two thumbsticks. I was never a hard handheld gamer. I like the joysticks. It just didn't. I just didn't get the feel for the handhelds. I did like going through, like Mario, Kirby, stuff like that on a handheld. But most other games, racing games were fun. Shooters might be fun, but other games, I'd prefer the big controller. That's why I actually like the. I pretty much like the new PlayStation Portal. I've used it a lot. Wife wants to watch TV. I'll plug in the Portal, and because of the design of it, I think it's actually pretty good to play with. And now with the new cloud gaming, it's pretty awesome console. It's going to be good in a few years or in a year or two. Next game is another game I could just pop in and play for a little bit, and that's actually the next two games, and that's the Need for Speed series. Here I've got Carbon and Most Wanted. I'll just show you both at the same time. I can't remember which one of these I played or if I played both, but fun games. Racing, choosing your cars, nice looking cars. It's pretty fun. Now, this snowboarding games have always been one of my favorites. Ever since my mom and dad got me 1080 on the N64, I remember first weekend with that. I played it so much, I got a bruise on my thumb. My thumb was actually blue. I didn't even know that could happen. But we have fun with that game. So that is Sean White Snowboarding. I also had this on the Xbox 360, I believe. It's a fun game, snowboarding. You jump, you do tricks, time trials. Um, yeah, I was never good at it myself, so it was fun playing it. I always wanted to be good at snowboarding. I was pretty good going downhill. I just couldn't get up the freaking hill. I went with a friend one time, and I just kept falling off the lift. I couldn't get up. So I basically took off my snowboard, went and sat in the cafe and had a hot chocolate and something to eat. This one, I haven't tried it yet. It's a racing game, I guess. Yeah, it's a action-packed driving game. It says on the back. I just bought this because a friend of mine had it and just asked me, what can you give it for me? No, uh, what can I get for it? So I think I offered him about $14 in Norwegian, so it's 140 kroners. Um, and haven't played it. He just, I just bought it off him because he didn't have a PSP and he just wanted to get rid of it. Another series most gamers are familiar with is the Mega Man series. Um, I haven't played this one, but I'm gonna try playing the Mega Man series on the original NES. I've got a modded console, which I will show you, and yeah, try those. I don't know which ones are the best, so I'm gonna Google that and research a bit and find out which one I should play. Uh, but maybe it ends up being this one. Who knows? And oh, my stack just fell down. Um, Next game is actually one of my favorite games on, obviously not this one, but it's one of my favorite games on the PS1, I believe. And that was Dave Mirra BMX. Um, Again, something I wanted to be really good at was BMX, but I was a pretty big kid, not very athletic, so I could kiss that dream goodbye. Uh, and I always wanted to be good at. That's why I like Tony Hawk as well. I always wanted to be good at skateboarding. But funny story about skateboarding is one night a couple of years ago, probably 3, 4, 5 years ago, I was sleeping and had a dream that I was really good at skateboarding. Uh, and I woke up from this dream, and for some reason, I just had it in my head that I was a good skateboarder. So I went online to a skate store that's local to Norway, or at least where I come from, and ordered myself a skateboard. A couple of weeks later, it arrived, and my wife just went, "What the hell is this?" Uh, and I told her the story, and she just went, "God, you're stupid." So she made me go down to the physical store and return it. So I told them the whole situation, and they just laughed at me and said, "Yeah, we'll give you a refund. Don't worry about it." So yeah, I can even stand on this skateboard. So yeah. All right, next one. Coded Arms, another FPS. Again, don't play FPS on handhelds. Um, Most of these I got in a big lot, um, so that's why I haven't tried a lot of them. But yeah, like most people, it's hard getting through your console collection. This one I did play. This and the next game, I believe. Yeah, I think so. Are the two I got with my first, or my, it would be my second PSP I ever owned. But the first one I bought after I started collecting again. Um, I got that back in 2019, and that game was TMNT, Turtles. And I thought this game sucked. I don't know what other people think, but the controls were clunky. The visuals weren't, I didn't like the visuals. Oh, great. My dog just came up to join me. Um, but yeah, that just wasn't the game for me. Um, this is the other game I got with my console. I, I got to turn this off and turn it back on when I get rid of the dog. See you soon.
Several months later.
All right, I just got rid of my dog. He's a good old man. He turns 14 this year, so he's getting to be an old man. Anyway, the second game I got with the console was Killzone Liberation. Again, it's a first-person shooter, isn't it? No, third-person shooter. Yeah, third-person shooter. Haven't played it because again, shooters. Me on handhelds, not a chance. I get killed on regular consoles. I don't know what would happen on a handheld. But anyway, and here is the second uh, game of Grand Theft Auto I have, which is the Vice City Stories. Haven't played the Vice City Stories. I've only played the Vice City on. I think I got that one on PS3. I think. Yeah, PS3. I don't think I have it in my PS4 collection. No, I don't. I don't. It's right over there. Um, but I played it on the PS3. Oh, they're fun. The Grand Theft Auto games are always fun. So yeah, like most, I'm really looking forward to the next one. All right, one game I did think was fun um, is a game you associate with PSP is Daxter. But still, I would prefer a dual stick. I much prefer playing on my Vita than my PSP. Um, I just think it's better with the dual stick. You can control the character with the one stick and the camera with the other. But still, it's a fun game. Haven't put many hours into it, probably an hour or two, but it's still fun. We got another racing game, and that is again just fun to throw in for a couple of minutes. If we're on a trip and I bring my PSP, I'll bring most likely the Wipeout and another driving game, maybe. It's just. But that is Burnout Legends, another great racing game. Can't remember if I tried it for the PSP or just one of the other consoles. Not always easy to say. I'm 39 years old now and I've played the console since the Mega Drive or the Genesis for you in the US. So, you can't really remember everything you played. The next game, I haven't played the game, but I love the movie, and that is Boog and Elliot. It's a cozy movie. It really is. Um, I'm a cartoon guy. I can sit down and watch a good cartoon. Um, don't know which my favorite is. You got the classics like Lion King and Aladdin, but Monsters Inc. was fun, and there are several out there. Again, another one which had a different cover. Again, I went through my games a couple of weeks ago, or maybe a couple of months ago, and just look what I had in here. And I have the manual and box for Midnight Club, but inside is, I don't know if you can see it, but is Lego Batman, the video game. Luckily, I got a little label maker, so I just, on the games, there's no point in having them loose. So I just make a little label. I can even, yeah, it should be. It's probably reversed for you guys. But yeah, and they're easy to take off so they don't leave residue. So another box with no content is King Kong. I'd actually like to have the game for this. It's probably horrible, but I think the cover looks cool. And in here, we just have a UMD demo disc. So yeah, this next one was a neat gift. A retro shop I've purchased a lot from here in Norway, and they've taken good care of me. If they found something special, they reached out to me and asked if I wanted to get it, or at least told me about it, so I would have the chance. And they'll often, send little extras. I bought some Pokemon cards for my new, what can I call her, bonus niece, my wife's little brother. Just he found a girlfriend who has a kid, and they just had a baby themselves, and they're engaged now. So that's pretty cool. That's very nice. He's a cute little guy. But anyway, the girl wanted Pokemon cards for Christmas. I sent them, ordered it on the website, and they saw it was me, and they included a Pokemon plush, Pikachu. It was pretty big, at least 30. Let me see my statues here. At least 30 centimeters high, which is what, 10 inches high, 10, 12 inches high. Anyways, I put in an order for them for just a bunch of games. I found some cheap, some more, and they responded that they didn't have this game, and so they canceled it from my order and didn't charge me for that. But when I received it, they just included it as a gift. So if you are in Norway, retroworld.no, great shop, great people. They do a lot of Pokemon. They do trade nights. They do, it's a good shop. Haven't played the game. I just, it's iconic. You can see the back of it. Oh, that's where my camera is. And I can see the back of it. It just looks goofy and fun. But I knew it was a game I wanted in the collection to try out. So it's not too long ago since I got it. So I haven't gotten around to it yet. Another game, I don't really understand how you play this on the PSP because, and that is Buzz. This is the Swedish hits, svenska hits. Oh, Swedish geniuses. So svenska genier. Anyways, with the PlayStation, you got the buttons, the buzzers, and you sit there 2 and 2 or 4 and 4, and you get the question, you hit the buzzer, but how do you do that with this? You can't really play two players. I haven't tried it, so I don't know how it plays. Still sealed. I actually think these other games I have here are sealed as well. I'll just pick them up quick because I picked these up basically because a shop was getting rid of all their game inventory, and they had this for like 10, 15 kroners a piece, which is about, if you do quick conversion, $1 to 10 kroners, it'll be about $1, 50. So we have Championship Manager 2007, still sealed. Hate football, so won't be opening that one. You got the Lego Harry Potter years 1 through 4, still sealed. And you got two Ben 10 games. You got Alien Force, Ben 10, still sealed. Don't know if these are fun. If they are, let me know in the comics. Not comics. Let me know in the comments. And Ben 10, Ultimate Alien Cosmic Destruction. If you see any of these games that you think I should try for the PSP and put in a while, let me know, and I'll see what I can do. Next, we're going to take a look at my consoles. I'm just going to get these set up, and I'm going to hit play again.
2 very boring minutes later.
All right, I just got all my consoles next to me here. It's not a whole lot. It's a couple. I'm looking to get more of them. I've seen a couple for sale, but right now I'm sort of like got a no buy time, stop in the shop because I've spent more than I have, so I got to get that paid down before I can get new stuff. But they show up pretty often, so it's not hard to get. Uh, the first one is the original uh, 1000 series black one. Um, I got this in probably 2019, 2020. The battery was bulging, so I got rid of that and bought a new one. But you can only, unless you find an expensive sealed one, you can only get third party ones. But I don't care about that. I'm not going to sell them. They're going to be in my collection. So third party is good, still works perfectly. Um, the first one I got was of this one. And I think I got it a couple of days before others because I used to work in a record shop here in Norway, in my town. And my boss, which I'm still friends with, 23 years later, I was 16 when I worked at our shop. Since she was the manager of the shop, she was invited to like a little event of the release of PSP here in Norway. And I asked if she could pick me up one. And she did. Um, and it was in my collection or in my ownership till about 2017, 2018. I found it. The battery was bulging. So I think I actually threw it out. Stupid as I was, I threw it out. Um, at that time I wasn't collecting. I didn't know too much. I was playing, I had the regular Xboxes and the PlayStations, but I wasn't collecting older stuff or at all. I was just buying the stuff I wanted. Um, but and a friend of mine, I gave him the games for his kid's PSP so he could enjoy some. Tekken was my favorite out of those. I put actually quite a few hours into that. Um, but yeah, she got me that one, so I got it before everybody else here in Norway. And that was pretty cool. So I had to get that one, this one. Um, they're pretty inexpensive here in Norway. I think I got this one for maybe $40 with two games. Um, Again, I had to buy a third party battery, but that was like 14 bucks, so nothing hard. Uh, the next one is I think it's one of the coolest PSPs out there. Um, and I recently, I just had it on my shelf and I just thought, wonder how it's going to be like modding this thing. So I started Googling it, and turns out it's really easy. And this is a fun console to mod, and that is the PSP Go. Uh, here we go. You know, if I can figure it out how to put some B-roll in here, um, I'll put some B-roll of me playing something. Probably the Genesis, because I don't want Nintendo to come and attack me for modding a console. But yeah, it's I was gifted this by my mom and dad. Again, I think 2020 Christmas or my birthday, and it's complete in box. Have everything, and it's in beautiful shape. It's never been used, so it was almost new in box. I think I have all the plastic as well. And yeah, I modded it, and it's super easy and it's super fun. All you really need is either a memory card or the USB cable for, just transfer via USB, and that's what I did. Really simple, really cool. Like I said, if I manage to do it, the B-roll will come here. If I don't manage, I'll just continue on.
All right, so let's check out our emulators here. The Master Boy, which is all the Game Boys, Game Gear, Master System. We got the NES, the Genesis. So let's and the SNES. Let's check out the Genesis. All right. It's just starting up right now. I'm just gonna fire up something quick. See, load new game. Well, let's just do X-Men. Start. Let's just see if we can jump past all of this. No. All right. See, it's a excellent little console to play on, and yeah, it's a lot of fun. Let's just quit this. All right, back to the video.
All right, this was also gifted to me by my dad this year on my 39th birthday. Um, I still, at 39, I still create Christmas lists every year because, why not just ask for something you want instead of getting something you don't want? Um, so I saw this on what we call fin.no, which is basically a Craigslist just here in Norway. And I saw it complete in box, and my sister tried to get it, but it said deactivated. But here in Norway, you usually put sold or you delete the whole what's it called, listing. But she contacted him and said, "Hey, you just deactivated it. Do you still have it, or have you sold it?" And he goes, "No, I still have it." So she picked it up for me via my dad, for my dad. And that is was a complete box. I think this. Let me just check my notes here. It's the 3000 version, and it's the Carnival bright yellow, and it is in very good condition. Same with the box. I would almost call it mint, and it's a beautiful console. Still works. It's a Japanese exclusive. I can't remember when it came out, but I think it's a beautiful looking console. My two last ones I got today in the mail. So I just opened them. One I had to do a little bit cleaning on, and that's the first one I'm going to show you. Uh, Came a little bit dirty, but I got it for a good price. So, you take the toothbrush and you give it a little clean around the edges and stuff. So it turned out pretty nice. Had a little, minuscule cracks, but I'm okay with that. I got it for a good price. It's just going to be on display anyway. Ways. They all work, by the way. Tested today. And the first one I opened because I wanted to see the next one last because I think that one's beautiful. Is the I think it's the 1000. Let me just check here. Yeah, the 1000 ceramic white, and that is, as you can see, it's not yellowed. It's got a nice white shine to it. It's a beautiful. Oh, that's just created glare. It's a beautiful console. Got some very light cracks in the side here, but I'm fine with that. And the final one I'm going to show you is, well, it's beautiful. It doesn't look like it's been used. It probably has a little wear and tear, but I couldn't really see it uh, at first glance. And I'm just unwrapping it here, and that is, it looked good in the pictures, but pictures don't do the justice. Just the color on this, and that is the Carnival Vibrant Blue. You might see yourself in the camera here, and the backside of it. It's just the name says it all. It's a vibrant, beautiful blue. So yeah, they're gonna look good on display. I'm talking with a guy to buy his pink one. He's a little hesitant to get rid of it because he thinks it's beautiful. As do I. But um, yeah, I told him to hold off till July because I got to pay off my gaming account in May and June, and then July I can start picking up some stuff again. So these are going to go in my display case, which is right here next to me. But I'm waiting for some 3D printed stands. I'm going to just adjust my headset. Some 3D printed stands from a friend of mine. He's done all the 3D printing around the room. You can see them more in the game room tour, which will have a box at the ending of this video. You can probably see if I show you on camera. Oh, let me do this. These game cubes standing like that. That's his 3D work. He doesn't do the designs. I find the designs and he prints them, but he's a master on that program. So if anything's not to his liking or to his quality, he will deconstruct it and make it over again and print it for me. So yeah, he does excellent work. You can even tell with others. I talked to him about buying some 3D prints from another guy, and he just goes, "That's crappy work. I'll make it for you." So yeah, if you see the game room tour, you can see some of the different 3D art I have. Anyways, I think that was it. I've got the Vita as well. I've got one Vita, which is also modded. But again, the PSP Go it's just a lot more fun to play with. And yeah, those were my PSP and my PSP collection. Please, if you like it, give me a comment. Comment which game I should try or which game you hate. Um, Please subscribe to the channels. I'm a very small channel right now, and I'm trying to grow. It'd be very cool to hit 100. Probably take me a year, but it's just fun to make these videos. Check out my other videos. Please subscribe, and have a nice day, everybody. Peace.